When the workday ends, the real strategy begins. Welcome to Sandbox After Dark, the show where financial professionals stop blending in and start building influence. This is where your expertise transforms into cinematic content that educates, entertains, and persuades, turning your message into a client attraction engine. No fluff, no generic marketing, just real strategies that help you stand out and get chosen. So if you're ready to stop chasing clients and start attracting them, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. This is exactly the problem. The biggest problem in your marketing isn't your website, isn't your social media, and isn't your strategy. What if the real problem is something way simpler? People have no clue what you actually do. Yeah, I know. Brutal, but true.
Imagine someone looking for a financial professional. They start clicking around online. Website number 1 says, "We help people plan for retirement." Website number 2 says, "We build diversified portfolios." Website number 3 says, "We guide families to financial freedom." And the person looking goes, "Okay, cool, but what does that even mean?"
Suddenly, every financial professional sounds like the same robot wearing a different suit. So the person does the easiest thing possible. They close their laptop, grab a snack, and pick none of them at all. But every once in a while, something different pops up. Someone who says exactly who they help. Someone who clearly understands a very specific problem. And someone who explains how they fix it.
Now the person watching thinks, "Wait, that's actually for me." And then boom, now you've got their attention. That's the power of something called a brand statement. It answers 3 simple questions. Who do you help? What problem do they have? And why are you the one who can fix it? When you know those answers, your message stops sounding like boring corporate soup and starts attracting the exact people you actually want to work with. Because the fastest growing financial professionals are trying to help everyone on planet Earth.
The top financial professionals know exactly who they're for, what problem those people have, and how they solve it better than anyone else. In this episode of The Sandbox, we're breaking down how financial professionals can figure all of this out, so their message actually stands out instead of blending into the internet noise. So sit back and let's dive into this episode of The Sandbox.
Let me take my glasses off. Okay, so
I was kind of super distracted while I was watching that, to be honest.
that's okay. That's okay.
No, I was just watching the video. I was compelled with
the
it.
creativeness. Do you want to watch it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. But before we go there, I have to show you this because. So I'm gonna. I want to show you what he sent me. Just to spark conversation. This is their #1 video they use for all recruitment.
Most people understand the value of insurance, yet few think proactively about legal or identity theft issues until it's too late. For over 50 years,
This is for
LeafFilter
recruiting, or
has
this
been a
goes to the
leading
client?
provider
This
of
is the customer.
subscription-based legal services and identity theft protection
Agent.
for families, businesses.
So this is for the
and
agent.
individuals. We protect and empower over 4 million lives.
Okay.
They're only talking about themselves. They're not like, what's in it for me if I'm an agent?
So
why do
he
I
didn't
want
even say agent. He didn't even say this is a business opportunity.
Yeah.
Are you someone who's thought about?
Are you an agent? You want to make way more money?
Not even that.
That would be way.
Not even that. What he's recruiting people who work a W-2 job. And saying, sign up for this multi-level marketing company so that you could start your own business. So it should be like, have you been wanting to start your own business, but you're not sure how? Have you struggled to launch your own business idea? I mean,
Would you like to get in on a multi-million-dollar
yes
industry? Yeah.
So I know it's going to torture you, but I'll play it again.
Understand the value of insurance, yet few think proactively about legal or identity theft issues.
And he's saying insurance. What kind of insurance? Are you talking about auto insurance, health insurance, life insurance? You know what he's talking about is because he's not talking about any of those things. So that's what's so insane about Like this is their number one for thousands and
This is the highest converting one?
This is the only one they use to
oh my God.
to recruit associates and agents.
Until it's too late. For over 50 years has been a
Good for you.
Subscription-based legal services and identity theft protection for families, businesses, and their employees. We protect and empower.
So why'd you start out with insurance and now you're talking about legal services? I'm lost already. We're not even, 26 seconds in and I'm lost. This is a multi-million-dollar company's number one recruiting video.
For affiliates, basically.
For people who want to, it's like franchisees
sell
or
life
associates.
insurance.
No, he's not selling life insurance. They're selling legal
services.
services. But see, you and I can't even get that from the first 26 seconds. If you and I can't get that, and we do this for a living.
That's why their agents are so bad. Because they don't know how to sell it. They don't even know what they're selling.
So what he's talking about is the value of the consumer that you could sell services to. But has he made that clear to you? At all? He's basically trying to make a case for this huge demand for our services. And he's not going to say there's an opportunity for you to sell it until the very, very end of this video.
Where's the opportunity? Yeah.
It's not till the very, very end of the video. I don't even think I made it to
You're educating me on the product that I'm going to be selling before you've even told me about the opportunity.
Plans are available for individuals, families,
Tell me about the opportunity.
And commercial drivers. When it comes to identity theft,
it sounds like this video is to sell the service to the consumer.
Goes further.
But the title says licensed agent
privacy and reputation management solution.
Means it's not the consumer video, right?
No.
I can't do this. It's too painful. And there's another 2 minutes left. Okay, so uploading their website and everything I could research on them, and just uploading it to Notebook LM, and then clicking, give me a summary. This is what I got, and I honestly, I want your honest feedback. Now, I did ask one of the representatives from the company to see if I was accurate or if this summary was.
I just hit play.
Okay.
Right there.
Right. Thank you.
The brief on the benefits of becoming an associate. With millions of Americans facing stressful legal and identity theft issues, offers independent agents a massive, high-demand market opportunity packed with unbeatable financial rewards. First, consider the massive market and your total freedom. Right now, a staggering 90% of Americans lack legal protection. And get this, identity theft cost adults $47 billion in 2024 alone. So by offering top-tier products like legal,
I get it already. I'm sold.
A huge underserved space where you call the shots.
I'm like, okay,
you call the shots.
Sales quotas, no territory
quotas,
restrictions,
no territories,
and absolutely no complicated underwriting to slow you down. Second, we've got to break down the incredible compensation structure. You don't just get competitive upfront commissions. You actually build lifetime residual income that pays out month after month, year after year. Plus, you're fully vested from day one, and you can even earn rides simply by building out your own team. Finally,
build your own team.
Up the elite incentives. On top of that, consistent sellers in the Performance Club earn extra cash bonuses and exclusive annual incentive trips to luxury destinations like Hawaii, Cabo San Lucas, or Jamaica. Ultimately, partnering with is a game-changing opportunity to build real, lasting wealth while protecting people from today's biggest threats.
Make I play the other one?
No. No, I totally get it. I mean, you could download the transcript of that, make an AI video. You could literally just make an AI person saying that with some overlay B-roll.
It's absolutely crazy. Now, I understand the company's marketing structure is for network marketing, right? So they're going to invest all. But shouldn't they equip their network marketers with some sort of like articulate way?
Do you have to be licensed to sell this?
No.
Anyone can sign up.
Anyone can sign up.
So you could literally like a ClickBank thing.
Yeah.
Like we could just sign up, run ads. What's the interface do you have to have with the client? The customer.
You do have to sell them on the service. So they'd sign up for a call, just like financial advice.
And you could train someone to do that.
Sure, of course.
And so you run them to a call center.
And what I'm going to do.
You run them to closers.
Well, but here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to recruit a really good salesman, put them underneath me in the network marketing, and say, you handle all my sales calls. Because as your upline, I'm going to make money on every sale you do. Mm-hmm. I don't want to field a single phone call. But I'm giving you an income.
No, that's what I'm saying. So we could literally build a funnel, get leads.
Get one salesman.
Send them to a closer, and it's completely on autopilot. And then you could train other people to do the exact same thing.
Are you seeing the vision?
Yes.
What's the number one thing they're missing?
Marketing and leads.
That's it. That's it.
Tell that story.
What's the number one thing that financial advisors and life insurance agents are missing?
Marketing and leads.
Like seriously, this is the biggest problem in the industry.
Yeah.
And all that we have to do is lower the cost by your formula: entertain, educate, persuade, digitally, put it on autopilot, and just have a salesman, a closer, and it's crazy. It's mind-blowing.
No, but there's probably a dozen of these companies like this.
Oh, there's more. There's
and so,
thousands.
No, but so here's what I'm thinking. So
Mary Kay, Amway, I could go on and on and on.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean just in the financial.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And rather than like all these people that are creating courses and building communities, why don't you just actually sell a real product and close it?
Yeah.
And sign up for if you got really good at marketing, which we're pretty good at marketing, you could just sign up for a dozen of these companies, build a sales funnel, run traffic to your own sales page, close people, and run them to a closer who's trained in how to sell this thing and close them and fill out the paperwork.
So why is it that...
And just automate the whole thing.
So why is it that Mr. Beast, every business opportunity, franchise opportunity that he's done is instantly successful? He opened a restaurant. He started sponsoring turkey links and beef links and everything he touches.
Because he got really good at getting attention and marketing.
Which translates into...
Sales. Yes, customers.
The 90% of the people, the problem is they're not reaching a big enough audience. It doesn't matter how good your service is. You're just not reaching enough.
But what I've seen in the last few days of reviewing the sales videos and stuff is people don't even know what they're selling. They don't even know what they're selling or why.
I know.
And that's the whole point. That is marketing.
I think that, just to defend the financial advisor, I have 7 family members in the industry.
Yeah.
We get so deep in the industry that you can't see from the outside in. Everything is through the lens of from inside out, and you don't realize that you're not articulating a concise or clear message.
You're so close to it and you understand it so deeply that you feel anyone would be an idiot not to buy this.
Like when he created,
if you have a product that's going to give them some sort of benefit or make them rich or whatever, they'd be a fool not to buy it. So you just give them all the reasons why they should be buying it instead of tapping into what your customer is thinking, and that we talk about this all the time, the internal conversation going on in their heads. And what do they care about? It's not about you and what the thing that you have. It's what do they want?
Okay, so
it's a million different things.
I'm curious because there's got to be some sort of human behavior, psychological hang up. I don't know if it's ego or what, oh, but I want to sound like the way the guy listed off all the...
Oh, you mean the presenter?
They're not thinking from the consumer in. They're thinking from themselves out. And so they want to like make themselves look good. And they think if they just make themselves look good and their services look good, that people will want it.
Yeah, and that just is that's just old school advertising. It's like the department store. It worked in the 40s and the 50s, and it was just like, look at us and look at our department store, and we got everything, and we've got all this stuff, and we got this beautiful sign and the beautiful all of this stuff, and come on
I got
in.
a Rolex watch and a good address.
And then it's just, come on in, we're here, come on in. It's advertising, it's awareness. That's all they're doing is awareness and building themselves up as like, we're such an awesome place to shop. You should just shop here. And marketing is tapping into the conversation that's everyone that's walking past your store, the conversation that's going on inside their head.
And so it goes back, you and I were talking about this earlier today. It goes back to the persuasion or like all the research that Russell Brunson did, going back all the way back to like Mao and like some of the like communists, like like behavioral, tapping into behavioral persuasion, right? Mm-hmm. Now, that was for evil. Obviously, you can use the same techniques to persuade people into something good as well. And I know you've studied it intensely. So when we look at it comes down to persuasion. If you're going to persuade people, you have to talk in the terms at which the consumer is like worried about, thinking about, afraid of, their ambitions, their values. What are they trying to achieve? And I feel like, how is it that it's so difficult for a business owner to understand, to try and take a step back and look at it from the...
I'm thinking of a funny story that, because it's in one of these books, I think it's a Dan Kennedy book. And he tells the story of this guy that walks into a hardware store and he's looking for a 3/4 inch drill. And the guy comes over and goes, hey, how can I help you? And he goes, oh, well, I'm looking for a 3/4 inch drill. And you're like, oh, we've got this one, it's tungsten, and this one, it's like, this one's like metal carbide, and this one can drill through concrete. And this, and all the guy is thinking is like, I just need to drill a 3/4 inch hole. I don't care about the features of your selection of drills. I just need to drill a hole to hang a picture, and that's all I care about. So, and that's the problem that business owners get stuck in. It's all the features and the benefits and why it's going to be, why we're the best, and all your customer wants to do is drill a hole.
Yeah.
All they want is to feel secure or to feel important or to feel, it goes back to, and I know we've debated this term, it's status.
Okay, so...
And it's status in their own mind. Is this going to help me achieve the things I want to achieve or not?
But in all fairness, just from my perspective, we're talking about the same. You're going to say status, and I'm going to say validation. Like, I want validation. Whether I want validation from my audience or I want validation from, I have a podcast, or I want validation for feeling significant, like I matter.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like when you introduce yourself and like list all your accomplishments, the only reason that people do that is because they want to feel good about themselves. It's like validating my own like ego.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so isn't that the same thing that you're saying about like status? Like,
yeah.
Because status is about validating my self-worth. Isn't that what status is?
Or validating my beliefs that I have in my head.
Oh, okay. So
it's the internal belief that I have about myself.
About yourself.
About how do I think about myself? And that's why we buy a new fancy car. And we call it ego, but really it's like, this is feeding a little piece of me inside and makes me feel good about myself. I validate myself, my status goes up.
Can I make you a little vulnerable for a moment?
Sure.
So I know you have known you for a long time. We've been friends, but explain like how the power, like in your own mind, the power struggle of ego and status has played into like you wanting to get that new truck, the truck that you like have for your whole life.
I'll tell you exactly. Because I didn't buy it. And
I know you did.
For the exact same reasons though. It's status. I didn't want a car payment. I didn't want to withdraw money out of a brokerage account to go buy it. Status goes down. Because of what I feel like for myself. So that part, my status goes down. Status goes up when I think about driving around in a new car with leather seats and the big monitor in the middle and all this. I'm like, man, this is a nice truck. Status goes up. But then I have to weigh the benefit of which is more important, my status of spending the money and how I perceive myself.
Right.
I didn't, it's your comfort. And it's like, and the sales guy was making all sorts of arguments, like you deserve it. And it's like, I probably do deserve it, but you know what? It's not that important to me because in my mind, my status would go down. I'd have a new truck, status is still decreased because I pulled money out it's earning 30%. Why would I do that to put money on a car? It's like, no, it's just a stupid move.
Okay, so I'm gonna circle it back around. Do you feel like the sales guy at the dealership this weekend misread you as his target audience? Like, because if he would have understood what you were really after, he could have adjusted either the sales price or the pitch or recommended something different or a different solution. Do you think that if he better understood your motives and your values, he might have had a better chance? Maybe not have convinced you, but had a better chance.
No, because I had the full control of the whole thing.
That's because you're a marketer.
Because again, it goes to it's the status. It's why people buy or don't buy.
Okay, but
and no amount of marketing is going to get someone past their That's really kind of understanding your target audience too.
But that's what I'm trying to bring it back to.
I was not the target audience.
Okay, so
for that truck.
That's why I'm trying to circle it back.
Yeah. There's nothing he could have done. I was not the target audience.
Okay, fine. So pivoting, if you don't attract your target audience, then does he have any chance at all?
No.
So how important is it to try and not, if you truly...
Don't waste time on people that aren't your target audience. And I told him, I'm like, hey, you guys are super busy here. I'm not going to buy this truck. I'm out. Yeah. And eventually he's like, okay, well, yeah, I get it. Thanks for, whatever.
So bringing it back to even like our intro video that we're preparing for, for our live tomorrow, what we're trying to help people clearly understand, which I think, God, is like such a foundational piece. If you don't get this right, nothing else is going to matter. Like this nationwide company that is recruiting hundreds of thousands of sales representatives, is you have to authentically identify, intimately identify, psychologically, who is your target audience and who is not your target audience.
And who's not your target audience is probably almost as important.
And what common problem that they are extremely likely to share, that you have a unique solution to that problem that is very common for that target audience. Because that's really what we're talking about in tomorrow's live. So in that, let's go back to that nationwide company that we viewed earlier. Help me apply, how well did they identify their target audience? How well did they identify the common problem that they have? And then did they give them a unique solution to that concern or problem?
Zero.
What would you have repositioned it, the conversation as?
Well, you would start out with, in some form or another, if you're this type of person, and you want this thing.
Okay, let's go back.
But you don't have to phrase it like that.
Sure, but in that particular company, it was an opportunity to become a sales agent for MLM, nationwide MLM company that's has a name brand. A lot of people recognize, maybe not most people recognize, but it's a business opportunity. Typically,
I never even knew that existed, to be honest.
I know. So okay, so
That's how bad their marketing is.
Great point. My point is how would you reframe that as, hey, you know, if you're this person who's looking for a business opportunity, we have a solution, and here's a solution, and here's why it's better than all your other business opportunities out there. Because you could go buy a McDonald's franchise if you wanted to. So why was that any more appealing than any other like model you could buy into, whether it's MLM, multi-level marketing?
I don't know. I mean, that's what they need to answer. That I don't even think they know.
And
to be honest.
And so if you're recruiting people to go out and recruit and represent you, and they don't understand that, isn't that the biggest problem that we're having, like, for most business owners in America? They can't articulate what they're even selling. What are they offering? Who are they offering it to? What problem are you solving?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost mind-boggling how much there's a miss on this essential, like, cornerstone. Like, think about, give me any other example you want of any business you've ever done marketing for that didn't understand their audience, and they were marketing in the wrong place, and they weren't generating leads, and because of that, they were failing.
It depends, though, too. Some stuff like small business, it's like rain gutters. It's like you just need rain gutters. There's really not an emotional attachment to. I mean, you do see it in some of the commercials and stuff.
But I'll challenge you.
But
I'll challenge you on rain gutters. Mm-hmm. What if somebody's obsessed about protecting the value of their home or the resale value of their home?
But that's the angle. See, now you think most local small businesses would be like, we're $500 cheaper than the next guy, and that's their marketing. But the rain gutter company, the Leaf whatever.
Okay, that's the first company I thought of too, which means they must have some sort of good marketing.
But they are doing excellent marketing because it's not about the rain gutters or the LeafFilter. It's the damage to your home, the damage to your home, your fascia. It's like it's going to ruin your foundation. You care about your home, right? And anyone that lives in an area that's raining all the time, and they're sick of, all they're thinking is, hey, I'm really tired of climbing up there and cleaning the leaves out of my rain gutters. This looks like a good product. I do care about my home, and you just buy it.
So if I'm stressed out as a homeowner, I'm just projecting. If I keep seeing damage to the house because of the rain and it rotting, it puddles at the bottom of my house and it's rotting, and I can see the damage it's causing. I'm thinking, like, as a husband, I'm thinking, oh, God, it's going to cost me money. It's going to cost me money. It's going to cost me money.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother angle that you can take.
And then I'm thinking, well, how do I solve this problem? Well, the first thing I'm going to think of, because of the marketing and advertising, is the LeafFilter.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that, like, stands out in my mind as the company that's articulated that, hey, we can protect your house, we can protect, like, it's not I don't know if you've heard that commercial enough. It's not only going to protect you in the lifetime of your home, it's transferable to the new owner.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, to me, I'm like, oh, good. So when I go to sell the house, it's guaranteed. So if there is foundational issues, I can go back to LeafFilter and say, it broke and still leaked on my foundation, but it can protect the value of transferring the home. So it can tap into different issues. Are there any other brands that you can think of that have done a great job that impress you? I'm trying to think of some others that we've talked about in the past.
I love infomercials.
I know. Because it really is, target market, understanding your target market, the specific problem that they all share, that you solve with a unique solution. That's the whole topic of tomorrow.
Well, yeah, and that's what you do with the advisors that you do work with is try and take them through that. Yeah, financial professionals, try and take them through that process of everyone is selling exactly what you're selling. How do you make it different? Who do you, and that comes down to target market, the specific pains that target market is having, and developing a solution for that target market.
Can you think of any other brands that have done a really good job on that? I'm trying, because I've been, for the last few minutes trying to think of some other ones that are standouts, and I'm sure there are, but I think LeafFilter is a great example.
Mm-hmm. I can't think of any right now. When I watch, I almost text you sometimes. So I'm watching a commercial. I'm like, oh, have you seen this commercial?
Yeah. It's funny. Greg Gutfeld on Fox News will he'll try and make jokes out of some of the most successful. MyPillow.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the MyPillow brand? Because obviously
it's genius.
But it's a pillow.
It's just, I know, but it comes down to marketing. And
okay, but what is it that they did that was any better?
Target market, better marketing.
So what have they done that's better than any other? Well, first of all, have you heard of any other pillow company that you can think of?
No, that comes down to advertising. There's marketing and then there's advertising.
Which both are important.
And branding.
Yeah.
And it's just part of it. And that is just like bombarding your audience with enough messages. And that's another problem that small businesses don't do. They don't do enough marketing and enough advertising.
Advertising. So that's really important because, first of all, don't touch in my opinion. Don't touch advertising till you prove your brand statement through marketing.
Yeah.
Through organic
until you
marketing.
got your marketing nailed down.
When you nail that down, then throw some money on to accelerate.
Yeah.
Like the advertising is like the gasoline on something that already works.
Yeah.
Don't you agree? Mm-hmm. So, and that's why we built the sandbox, is for people to proof out their marketing, right? Because if you identify the right target market, right audience, the right target market, the right problem you're going to solve in your unique solution, it should resonate with organic, even if it's at the smallest scale. It should convert in some sort of way.
If your marketing and your messaging is right, it'll absolutely get views,
and then
it'll perform well.
So why do you think in organic marketing? Well, gosh, it's really difficult. I think you and I talked about this earlier. Small business owners are afraid to go out and risk money, whether they put it on credit. I mean, we've all heard the stories. I funded this company from credit cards and from the very beginning to get it to be successful. Like they leverage their house and sell their cars, move in with their parents. What gives those business owners enough confidence to be able to kind of like risk everything? It's like gambling. I'm all in. Like what gives him the confidence to be able to do that? And I think it's because they test it out like on a small scale, even if it's with friends and family, their brand and their marketing statement. And if it resonates, then people are more enthusiastic about supporting it.
It just comes down, it comes down to really, really understanding who your market is and what do they want.
Yeah, and
it's what's that old saying? It's like, find out what the market wants and then give it to them. That's all it is. That's marketing. Understand what we have a product and we're going to sell it to you. That's just advertising.
Yeah.
But understanding what the market wants and then going back and finding a solution and then giving it to them, that's marketing.
Okay, so
because it's the market.
Okay, so a good question. If
advertising is a billboard.
Yes. So if I have advertised, what's the difference between somebody who just throws a ton of money at it through advertising because they just want to sell transactionally a product, and somebody who's positioned their brand properly and then adds advertising on top of it? Like, how much significance is there in understanding your brand before you start investing a ton of money in advertising? Can you think of any company that's put a lot of advertising dollars in and yet they still failed to really, I mean, I can think of a few, but you know, where you see like lots and lots and lots of ads and then they're gone. Like one, okay, so I'm going to think of a Shark Tank product. Squatty Potty. When's the last time you heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
When's the last time you heard of a commercial?
Never.
Well,
I didn't even know that.
It was super, super popular, obsessively popular in 2020. And now I can't find a commercial advertising anywhere. Or let's take even there's a spray that you, maybe it was even by the same company, that you spray in your toilet beforehand.
Oh, the poo-pourri?
Poo-pourri. But when's the last time you've seen any advertising?
Yeah, that was a gimmick.
So you know, they put a lot of money in advertising, got a lot of the sales, and then there was no sustainability.
Well, that's not really a business. That's a product. That's a gimmick that you know that will sell well. It's like the George Foreman grill. It's like,
So that's a good example.
It's
Flash in the pan.
it's a great product, and there's businesses built on that, and they're constantly looking for the next product that they can shill onto their audience.
Who's the exercise guy from like the 80s and 90s?
Oh, Tony.
Yeah, see, I
Tony,
didn't
what's his name? Yeah.
So great advertising,
Yeah.
but it wasn't sustainable.
It was a product. And that's why when I saw Peloton, I'm like, how is this sustainable? And because it was a product, it was a gimmick. But now they've got a new CEO, and then now they see it as a content machine. It's a community. I just read this whole thing on it. So they pivoted from a workout machine, which is just Guthy Ranker, Bowflex.
It can be
it's anything.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, that's super cool. I want to buy it. But then, are you going to use it? How are you going to build a revenue around it? So Peloton has now basically become like a Netflix.
So
and they built a community. What they found is that people were connecting with the instructors and connecting with other people in the community. So they've completely flipped their business model.
I didn't know any of this.
And now they're building it around communities.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a Peloton commercial in years. But that's genius.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to understanding your target audience.
They did. They realized
they had to go back and better understand
their audience.
Because the reality is, any exercise product you sell, like, we all buy memberships and exercise products, but 99% of us, what happens?
They never use them.
We never use them.
Yeah.
But why is it that the exercise clubs,
the gyms,
I'm thinking even just like membership club, like you meet 20 people to go on a bike ride with, or you meet 20 people to go on a run with.
Yeah, clubs. Yeah.
Why is that more sustainable? I think because those companies like Peloton better understood the target market, that human behavior is that if you build a relationship, even if it's a virtual relationship from a piece of content, like, for whatever reason, Taylor Sheridan, congratulations. I'm obsessed with anything he directs. I'm interested in watching.
He understands his market.
I'm his market. I love all Taylor Sheridan produced films and shows.
Of course. But look at all of his storylines and all of the scenarios and everything, they all talk to that same audience. If you watch Yellowstone, you're going to watch Landman.
And now there's Marshall, which is a brand new spin-off of Yellowstone.
What's the other one that I'm, Lioness?
Lioness is
I'm
another one.
waiting for that to come back.
There's another one too that's like CIA or something like that. I forget what it is, but there's another one that just got released too. But just because I saw Taylor Sheridan.
Tulsa King.
Yes, yes. I'm telling you, if it says Taylor Sheridan, I'm going to go least watch one episode.
That's why he got like $8 billion or whatever from Paramount or whatever the hell.
So that's somebody who understands. So let's take that as an example, and maybe it's good for tomorrow's live. What is it who is Taylor Sheridan's audience? Because obviously he's figured it out.
Red-blooded American, conservative, fighters, people that just like won't take no for an answer.
Middle American,
go kick ass.
Freedom first. Want to own my own land.
I'm going to do things my way.
It kind of goes back to the old frontier of like let me go out. I mean, America has a reputation for, if you want to like have freedom to go establish your own place, your own property, your own business, and pursue your opportunity that you've dreamed about. The land of the dreams, like the land of the free. I mean, that is the American dream. And I think we kind of got lost from that messaging. And I think Taylor Sheridan pulled it back and said, what happened to the whole idea of like moving to the West in America was about, we're going to give you free land, stake your own land.
I saw this too, though. It was the 2016 election, and there was a whole market of people that were not being spoken to, and smart people like that, like him, realized that, like, hey, we can make content for these people, and it'll probably do really well. Okay, and they spend money. Okay, so advertisers will love it.
Really interesting. If new clients, professionals, business owners, financial professionals, if you like what Taylor Sheridan did, look for underserved markets. Goes back to like what is it? Red water, blue water,
blue ocean strategy.
Ocean. Yes, it's like, who's the underserved, like massive community or target audience that's underserved, and how do I inspire them to like identify with you and agree with you? I think Black Rifle Coffee, we were talking about brands earlier.
Yeah.
Is it Black Rifle?
Yeah, Black Rifle.
Black Rifle Coffee, I think, did the same sort of thing. Understanding an underserved audience that nobody's marketing to. And then they tapped into it. Look what Taylor Sheridan done. Look what Black Rifle's done. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we could think of some more companies before tomorrow's live cast, but I think those companies got it. Like, they understood. I think there's a sleeping market that hasn't been tapped into. And instead of me like, I'm going to fit my service and I'm going to shove it down I'm going to find an audience I can shove it down the throat of, and I'm so good as a salesman I can sell it to anybody.
Yeah.
Instead, people are starting to get creative and say, where can I find an audience that's not being served? That most advisors like,
or how does my product fit into a market that's not being served? How can I serve a market that's not being served? Adjusting your offer. Now we're talking about a whole other topic.
No, but that's good. And I don't even think adjusting your offer. I think reframing your offer. Like insurance, or let's say permanent life insurance. It can be for death benefit, but it also can be for cash accumulation. It also can be for legacy. It also can be for retirement income. How do you want to? It's the same exact product.
But how do you offer it?
Reframing the offer. Reframing the offer.
So that's a whole part of marketing too. There's like 6 topics we could talk about. But you got to have an offer. Who's your market? What do they want? And then give it to them. And that's the offer. You have a solution. The solution is the offer. The marketing is presenting that offer to the audience.
How to present it right with the right formula.
And then tapping into their mindset. You know they need the product.
Yeah.
And you know they want the product. But marketing to them is the conversation of, I have an offer and I'm now presenting it to you. Here's my solution to the pain that you have, that I know you have, that you know you have.
In a way that makes you feel like this is either the only or the best solution I've ever heard to my concern about my problem. Like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this solution to my concern for 5-10 years, and I haven't been able to find something that works. So why do you think the
Or on that note, though, too, is that person that's had that problem has probably been presented several solutions.
I was just about to say that.
That didn't tap into whatever it was that was going on in his head.
Okay, so
Because he was just being blasted with benefit, 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 and not solution, solution, solution.
So the example I was just about to give that goes right along, because you and I are thinking along the same lines, is, the LP1 drugs?
Yeah, the Ozempic, the GLP-1.
GLP-1,
Yeah.
Thank you. What is it about the GLP-1 that's really a diabetic? It's for diabetics.
Yeah.
But yes, because it processes sugar differently and also causes weight loss as a side effect. Now everybody's marketing this drug, but what do all of us? What does your mind go? You already said it. What company do you think of first?
Well, Ozempic. Because they got there first.
Because they got there first.
But the Wegovy and
Yeah, but they got there first.
Zepbound.
When you think of a national chain of coffee, who do you think of?
Starbucks.
When you think of a national company that provides boxes of tissues to blow your nose, who do you think?
Kleenex. We even call it Kleenex now. It's not even tissue. It's Kleenex. Q-tips.
So
A Coke. Do you want a cola or do you want a Coke?
Yeah.
I say I want a Coke, and we only have Pepsi. That's fine, whatever.
Right.
But I meant a cola.
Right.
But we all say Coke.
Right. and so there's some value to understanding that.
That's branding and advertising.
Which we're talking about brand statement, which is branding, right? Mm-hmm. So, going back to blue ocean marketing. Like, if you find an underserved market, who was the first to start serving up the traditional middle American values with streaming content? It was who we talked about for 10 minutes.
Oh, Netflix?
No, Taylor Sheridan.
Oh, Taylor Sheridan. Yeah,
The producer, going a little bit deeper.
Oh, yeah. TV shows.
So he observed, there's this underserved market of all these silent people that are not being served up the type of content that they want. So I'm going to take a risk.
We assume that he thinks that. He might have just thought,
That's true, too.
all these other shows are shit. I'm just going to make my own show. I'm going to make the show that I want to watch. And that works too.
If you have
sometimes you are your own target market.
If you have enough FU money, you can pretty much do what you want. I mean, honestly, like he was already super successful with the biggest ranch in America. He helped start. What is the
4 6s? No, he bought that.
Okay, but he owned it. He owned the biggest 4-6 ranch that produced rodeo champions, and then he built a new rodeo worldwide championship in Las Vegas every year, all because he was obsessed with, like, I want to bring back the old school country, cowboy, middle America, feel that we had 50 to 100 years ago. And he felt like that was an underserved market. That's why he bought the ranch. That's why he built the rodeo. I forget what the name of the rodeo is, but he created a whole new worldwide championship rodeo in Las Vegas. It's now the most coveted rodeo to compete in. And then from there, he started, because he had done so well, started like, yeah, we need to like promote this lifestyle, because he knew that there were millions of people who would eat this stuff up. And he could bring rodeo competition and make it as popular as what is it? MLA? The fighter.
UFC.
Yeah, UFC, MMA. He wanted to be the next Dana White for the rodeo rider, the cowboy. And he knew that there's an untapped market here that could make it as popular as Formula One. Popular as
PBR.
Yeah.
Now it's like.
Well, no, he owns PBR. He created PBR. Yeah. That's what I was trying to get.
Okay.
I couldn't recall.
Oh, yeah.
He started the PBR.
Wow.
So and sponsored it and promoted it. And all his collateral content has been to promote the PBR lifestyle.
Yeah, it's NASCAR for horses.
Yes, that's exactly. That's
NASCAR
exactly
for horse
it.
lovers.
Yes. And that all goes back to the type of target marketing that we're talking about. It's like, how do you tap in? I think that the business owners make the mistake of, here's where I'm at, and here's what I want to offer. And they never take the time to consider, does anybody care about what you want to offer?
Yeah.
Or do you want to study the audience, figure out what the audience wants to offer, and then formulate what you package your offer to what the demand is?
Yeah.
And I think if they took the time to do that, which a sandbox gives you the opportunity and the feedback to get outside yourself and consider how to do that, and then test it, see, is there a demand for what you do? You can have a genius idea, but if there's no demand, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, if the market doesn't want it, they don't want it.
And time again, you and I could come up with dozens of examples where the market says, or super exciting, but then 12 months later, and then it goes away, right?
Yeah.
So sustainability really does depend on understanding what the market wants, and then what market do you want to choose, right?
Yeah.
So for tomorrow, are there any, like, on our live, are there anything, like, what are the biggest takeaways that you want to make sure we communicate tomorrow from all your marketing experience?
Well, we're going through.
I mean, all we're going to do is target market. Target market to a specific problem, to a specific solution. We're going to take the top 3 finalists, evaluate them on pros and cons, and then we're going to select the one that we think is the best.
Yeah. Well, and also, but the brand, going back to brand statement, if we're going to talk about this tomorrow, it's also the thing that I've noticed in some of the sales videos is, what's the result? What are they going to get? And how does it improve their lives? It's like we're still talking about this thing, and it's all problem. And, oh, by the way, I have a solution. It's not, the brand statement, it's in your notes. It's, I help blank with the problem that they have so they can have the solution they want. And we're not getting, it's like we've talked problem, we've talked solution, but we haven't talked results.
So on WealthFit's documentary, it really presents like validating the genuine problem, like this, validating that this is, that yes, what you're feeling, what you're fearing is a genuine problem. It does exist. Let's give you all the data, history, background to why you are right. in your fear of this problem you have. But the sales video, which really is that third part of the brand statement, the solution, unique solution. What advice should we be giving tomorrow on how do you make it unique, especially when it's a commodity where you could have 500 vendors that provide a unique solution to keep leaves out of your gutter, but how did the LeafFilter position themselves differently than all the competition?
I think that's a little different than, because you know what you're getting. You know the result. I'm not going to have leaves in my gutter. My house isn't going to get rotten, and my foundation. They give you the result. In the sales videos that we've been working on, it's like, what is the result? What is in it for your customer? It's not just, I want to work 3 days a week, or I only want to work. It's because what I finally understood that's not being communicated is, I'm getting close to retirement. Wouldn't it be nice to start my retirement a little bit early? Wouldn't that be great?
Without compromising my financial stability.
I can start dipping into my retirement money, and I know that there's going to be plenty left over when I do finally retire. But wouldn't it be nice to just drop it down into third gear and just coast out the next 10 years until I finally do get retirement?
And if somebody,
that is the result.
And if somebody could evaluate my situation and tell me if that's a possibility, or they could recommend shifting my assets to set me up for that. But how it's going to function, a little bit of the mechanics. We're going to do this, and we're going to move this around and get into the details. But the result is target market is they finally said it, and it's like, if you're 10 to 15 years away from retirement, okay, now I understand who the audience is. Mm-hmm. They have enough money that they're built up in their retirement. I can start taking a little early retirement. I can kind of coast out the next 10 years, and I know I'm still going to have plenty of money afterwards. So my perception, and this has been, of course, like a paradigm shift over
a
lot of months, but the idea that, everybody wants a 4-day work week. But
not everyone can have one, and his target market is the people that can, but they don't know that that's a possibility.
That's it.
That is his target market.
It's people who could, if they had somebody who could show
it's all the people that are like, I've got enough money to retire now, but I'm going to miss out on all these benefits. I wish I could retire now.
I don't even think that, to be honest with you. I think it's people who desire it, but have disqualified themselves.
Yeah,
I think
they want it, but they're like,
people
I can't, I couldn't.
In their 50s who just assume, I'm doing the best I can. I think I have enough to retire at 65. And then somebody tells you, oh, wait, if I could show you that not only do you have enough, but I can show you how to not cut down on 1 day of work a week at 55 and still afford. And they're like, what? You could? Really? That's a possibility?
Yeah.
And so they would want to schedule that.
And you can tell me how to pitch this to my boss?
or
I'm a CEO and I can set my own schedule or whatever.
Or a business owner who doesn't think that they can afford it. They just want somebody to prove that they can. First of all, they want somebody to plant the idea that it's possible. Oh, it's a possibility that you got my interest. Then you build the case for, hey, I can financially show you whether you are or aren't capable of doing that. And if you schedule an appointment, I'll show you if you're capable. And then I'll show you how with my unique solution.
Or even before you schedule the call, here's all the reasons why it might be possible.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like let me know that it's even possible. And it's like, oh my God, it is possible? Well, I have 4 out of the 5, maybe I should book a call with him to see if I can like get that fifth thing that's like preventing me from making the decision.
So another good example would be like, I would think like getting out of debt, or maybe back taxes. You're so far behind in your credit card bills. You're so far behind in maybe paying taxes. And all of a sudden you hear a commercial that says, if you're hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to the IRS, we can help you resolve that issue. Pennies on the dollar. There's incentives you're unaware of that can help you get out of this hole you think you're in. And we've helped hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt to the IRS for pennies on the dollar using special government programs you're unaware of.
Those are some of the, you asked me earlier about best commercials. Some of those are some pretty good ones. They've nailed it.
Because somebody's been suffering with this fear and they haven't seen a solution they believe in.
Even the one that like, and don't call them because that could make it even worse. And they're just like putting that like anxiety, just like turning the screws. And like, that's why you need to call us first. It's a great commercial.
I can think of the brand. I just don't want to say it on camera, but because I've heard that commercial over and over again. But the idea is people are suffering in silence, thinking there's not a solution, or they haven't heard a solution that they believe in or they trust, right?
Yeah.
Because there's lots of solutions you're like, I don't buy that. But then you get to that one person who says, no, it is possible and here's why. And they can articulate that very, very clearly, like the 4-day work week. I can financially show you whether you can or cannot and how you can afford to retire 1 or 2 days a week prior to age 65. And if I can show you how to do that, why would you not schedule a 20-minute call?
Yeah.
And I think it's a powerful, powerful brand statement that I think we're working towards. I just think that message could be super, super effective with advertising if you blow it up to a big enough audience to reach that right target.
If you can get that message and the offer right to that audience, yes.
Yeah.
It's
God, it could be super, super effective. So those are kind of the things we'll talk about tomorrow. We have lots of examples now that we've talked about, brand examples we can refer to tomorrow, focusing the whole conversation on identifying the right target market. And I've learned from our brainstorm today, it's preferable if it can be an underserved market.
Yeah.
Because if you could choose a target market, but if it's overserved versus underserved, wouldn't it be beneficial to choose an underserved market?
Oh yeah, yes.
And then you need
that's that blue ocean.
Right.
It's finding a market that you can be unique in. You can be the best, the number one provider for that market.
Which like Starbucks and Kleenex and all the other things we talked about, it makes you first to market. If it's underserved, then it means there's not a dominant brand.
Yeah, well, it's like Taylor Sheridan. He's the number one provider of content in that market.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you can be that, then you could, the sky's the limit.
And then I think it's important that when you go from an underserved target market, you've got to do your research. And, we have all these AI tools in the sandbox. You have to confirm that market shares the problem you solve. You can find the right target market, and it could be underserved. But if you're not tying that to a prominent shared problem that target market shares, if there's a miss there, then the whole thing falls apart.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to do your homework with all the AI tools you've suggested, provided in the sandbox. Do your homework. Have a debate with ChatGPT. I love the way you debate with ChatGPT. You disagree with ChatGPT more than you agree with ChatGPT.
Oh, I hate when it goes, that's a great idea. I'm like, no, it's not. It was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You don't understand where I'm taking this, and then you have to redirect, and then you'll get, and sometimes you just have to start a new chat.
And you have to be open-minded enough without ego and status to be willing to listen to the research and the, even you go back to Mr. Beast. He's like, I obsess over analytics and research.
I was just going to say obsessed. If a business owner isn't totally obsessed with trying to figure out the solution to the market that they want to serve, you have to be addicted to it. You have to be obsessed with learning and being curious. That's the other word.
I love
curious
that.
and obsessed.
Curious, yeah.
Because if you're and curiosity is an obsession.
Yeah.
And it's if you just want to dig into it enough, I think the sky's the limit.
Which blows my mind because financial advisors, which is a segment of who we serve, they're promoting this like, hey, like I'm gonna dig in and do the analytics and the research of your particular financial situation. And I'm gonna give you more clarity than anybody else. But they won't do that for their own brand.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't square those two things.
It's a left brain, right brain thing, I think, and it's like analytical people. I mean, I'm analytical. I love diving into, but they're more philosophical things that, the analytics of psychology.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm not a numbers person. I'm really not.
Me neither.
But
we're both creatives.
But it's hard to, like you've mentioned that, like you've dealt with people that are engineers and they just want to like analyze it to death, but not from the standpoint of what does your market care about? It's more of the empathy, the EQ more than the IQ.
That's I like that. The EQ more than the IQ.
Yeah.
I gotta write that down. That's great. Well, but I agree with you. So now that we've transitioned from underserved target market to making sure you confirm that they have, like validate through analytics that they have that shared problem. Mm-hmm. Just to wrap up today's conversation. Then how do we teach a financial professional to uniquely brand the solution to that problem? Because most advisors can solve that problem. But how do we turn a solution, like a unique solution, make it feel to the consumer, this is a unique solution I'm not going to get anywhere else?
That kind of comes down to more marketing jargon, whereas it's you brand it, like we came up with the lift method. So that's a unique solution, and the other advisors, it's like your market doesn't believe it's possible. They want it, but they don't believe it's possible. So you have to package your unique solution into this branded thing that you can give it a name and say this solution that I have called XYZ is the thing that will solve your problem. And you can't get it anywhere else because I invented it. Which also, now if you want to like go way far back, that comes down to the origin story of part of the marketing messages in the sales presentation. It's how I developed this. This is the solution I saw. Here's the market. And you tell your customer that I saw this market. I saw people just like you. Yeah. And you all have this shared problem. And I had that problem too. Or my mother-in-law had it, or I kept bumping into all these clients that had this problem. And then through months and months of research, I came up with this unique solution that I took all these pieces and parts and I just bolted it all together, and it's mine. It's the only thing that solves this problem, and it's called this XYZ solution, and it fits the thing that you are struggling with perfectly. So why wouldn't you buy it?
You're describing my favorite part about the Shark Tank, because it's like, I saw this problem, but I invented a better mousetrap.
Yes.
Like I've heard that 1,000 times on Shark Tank.
And
I developed an iterated, better mousetrap to solve this age-old problem. I just saw one the other day. It was like...
well, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. That's the new opportunity. It's the old vehicle.
New.
And it's not an improvement offer. It's different. It's not an improvement. It's
an iteration. I mean, and it is the unique branding. But like I saw a company on Shark Tank just the other day that... how many companies sell fiber? We all know what fiber does. It helps us with our digestion.
Oh, yeah.
How many companies sell fiber, some sort of fiber variant solution?
Yeah, some supplement fiber.
But one of the contestants came on the Shark Tank and said, oh, but nobody provides olive pit fiber. It goes to waste. In all these countries, they de-pit olives and throw them in the trash. But olive pit fiber absorbs sugars better than any other fiber out there in the industry. And they get it for free because they source it from third world countries that throw it away.
That make olive oil.
Yeah. And all these other products. I started doing Google searching. I'm like, wait a second, is olive pit fiber available on Amazon? Isn't there olive pit fiber available?
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find olive. It's just fiber. But they had repackaged it as a
new opportunity. It's not an improvement on the old fiber. This is new fiber.
It got me sucked into doing research on. So I think
it's a marketing angle, yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's something.
But in the service industry, and that's kind of exactly what we're talking about. You're repackaging life insurance as something different, something unique. It solves a new problem. Yeah. It solves an old problem with a new solution.
In a new way, yeah.
In a new way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why, and Russell Brunson talks about this all the time. That's where I kind of stole it from. It's the old thing that they have that they hate.
Yeah.
And I don't want a new version of the old thing. That's why people don't go to gyms.
That's right.
It's like, that's why they want the new workout thing that does this, because the other one that did this didn't work, but I want the one that does this. It's something new.
Although, who I think did a good job of that was Planet Fitness.
Oh, they have a completely different business model.
Because Planet Fitness said, if you're somebody who doesn't like going to all these other gyms, we're the gym that says...
We're the gym for people that hate going to the gym. That's exactly their angle.
If you grunt lifting a weight, we're gonna kick you out.
They put on a siren or something.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you're... The people that intimidate you the most at the gym are not welcome here. Mm-hmm. We're going to be for the person who doesn't want to go to the gym.
Yeah, but and this is a side story, but they target those people for a reason, right? Because they pay their monthly dues and they never go to the gym. So their gyms are empty, but they have 5,000 members.
Because
Because it's $10 a month. And this is a safe place. You can come to the gym. And you don't feel like you're at the gym.
Yes.
But we know you're not going to come anyway. And we'll only charge you $10 a month.
And you want to hold on to the hope that you will work out.
Yes.
So you don't want. So the
status. Yes. My status goes up because I have a gym membership. I never go, but I have a gym membership.
But I do have a gym membership. and the idea is they price their service at a perfect level where it's worth me holding on to my status. I'll pay the $10, $15, $20 a month because they have some tiers of their membership.
Oh, I'm a gold member at $15 a month.
No, it's Black Card.
Oh, my.
It's Black Card member. And then you get access to their tanning salon and their massage bed, their water massage bed.
That you'll never go to.
I have to confess, I am a Planet Fitness, also an LA Fitness, also a 24-hour. No, sorry.
You have 4 gym memberships?
No, I have 3.
Oh my God.
Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, and then what's the new one? No, it's they're blowing up here in California.
Not Equinox.
No, it's EOS.
Oh, EOS.
EOS.
Yeah.
I joined EOS only because my family joined EOS, and it was like the family membership and like, status.
Yeah.
I'll be the husband who provides memberships to all my family, and we'll go together. You know how many times we've gone together in a year? 2 times.
Oh my God.
Twice. The week we got the membership, and maybe 30 days later, and that's all we've been. And I'm still paying monthly for that membership. But then LA Fitness, I won't cancel because I got it 20 years ago. So I pay like $16 a month. Of course, I paid like $3.95 to join the gym. And then I pay like $16 a month. Like in my mind, I'm like, well, I'd be crazy to cancel this because it's a premium gym. And I'm only paying you know, when's the last time I've been to LA Fitness? A year ago.
Oh my God.
And then, what was the other one? Oh, Planet Fitness. And I did it for the black card. I did it for the tanning and the
Oh my God.
and the red light, which is supposed to repair your skin. And then they've got the vibration plate that's supposed to like cure back issues, and the water massage therapy. You know, the last time I've been to Planet Fitness, like 6 months ago.
Oh my God.
I'm a perfect example.
Yeah. You're
of how brands are exploiting me.
You're a target market.
I'm a target market.
You're the target market.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Well,
because I'm getting sucked in by these brands.
thinking about switching my Crunch membership, which is only
Crunch
$15.
Yeah.
They don't open early enough. And so I'm thinking of switching back to UFC, which is like 5 times more expensive.
I know.
Because they open at 5:30 in the morning, at 5 in the morning.
Okay, so that's the unique target market that 24-hour fitness is like hanging on by a thread. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So that you can go at 2 o'clock in the morning if you want to work out. That's their like niche.
Yeah.
And then not all the gyms are open 24 hours, 7 days a week.
No, I know.
And most other gyms don't have as many locations as 24-hour fitness. So like you can go anywhere in the country and find a 24-hour fitness within a 20-minute drive.
Yeah. That's a really good, that's a really great niche market too. Speaking of niche markets, it's like if you have the building and you're paying rent, it's probably cheaper just to staff it than it is to leave it empty. And so why not just sell memberships to people that want to work out at 1 a.m. or on their way home? You know, cops that get off work at,
And you know how many staff members 24-hour fitness has?
like 2 probably.
They have a front desk person and they have like 1 salesman. And that's it.
Yeah.
So like
it's cheaper just to keep it open.
Keep the building open, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, they don't even have the salesperson. They just have the front desk person.
Yeah.
That's it. So why not keep it open and maintain your niche to your target market? There are people who work swing shifts and everything else, and they want to work out when nobody else is there.
Yeah.
That's your gym, right?
It makes sense.
You want tanning with a gym membership? You go to Planet Fitness. It's the only one that offers it.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs to join a tanning salon on a monthly basis?
Oh, way more.
It's about the average is about $125 a month.
Oh my God.
You could join Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Now, it's crappy tanning. It's
horrible. It barely works.
Horrible. What is it? The UV rays are the lowest quality that create skin
it's
cancer.
It's all the ones that give you cancer.
Yes. But if instead you want to join a tanning salon, well, and that membership goes to $20, but you're a black card member.
Ooh.
And you get the tanning and the massage and everything else. So again, it is repackaging, but it does feel like it's something new. It's something totally different. 2 totally different offers.
Yeah.
It's not a better iteration. It's something is totally different.
Yes. And that's packaging, and it's in their name.
Yeah.
We're 24-hour fitness. We're open 24 hours.
Put it right into the name. It's super smart.
And that's it for this week's episode of Sandbox After Dark. Catch you in the next one.